Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yes, good
Joe,
morning. Good
welcome.
morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you being here as always, man. You're the best. You're the best. I'll tell you what. We're gonna. Joe's got some new stuff going on. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. But listen, I don't know when this guy sleeps. I really don't know when he sleeps. I swear to
I
God.
haven't. I've been up all night.
There you go. Happy
Been
Monday. I
trading.
haven't slept. Yeah.
Been trading, updating the group, the whole nine. So yeah, Bitcoin's coming down, but yeah, it's pretty nice.
Oh man, well, we're going to get into a lot of that. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you being here. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're new and tick that bell icon so you get notified every time we're live. And of course, I can see I got people on Facebook. Come on, thumbs up. And I can see also lots on YouTube. So hit that like button. Appreciate you very much. All right, let's see. We got anybody in the chat today? We always got people in the chat. Alexander, haven't seen you in a while. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Appreciate you being here. So hopefully you'll be joining us, Crypto on the Rocks. I keep sending it to you. I know you're busy. I understand, but hopefully you'll be joining us this week. I appreciate that. All right. So Joe, what do you say? Shall we get into it or what?
Let's do it.
All right. Let's start. We're going to change it up a little bit today, folks. Today we're going to start with the Fear and Greed Index. So here's what we got. Let's add that here. And let's do this just because. Look at this, Joe. I'm like in shock. 72. I mean, well, I guess I'm not really in shock. The price has been going up, so people are like getting greedy, right?
True.
I don't know. What do you want to hazard a guess how high it's going to go before it goes?
Oh man, maybe just a little bit more. Right now, like I said, Bitcoin is coming down, so we'll see if this puts some fear in people. So we'll see. We won't know until the end of the day, so we'll see.
I know. I honestly, I agree. People are going to get greedy, and well, you know how it goes. 100 Airs in the house. I'm hungry. Some McDonald's fries. I love it, 100 Air. I love it, man. I love it. Let's see. Well, what do we? Alt season soon. BTC dominance peaking. What do you think? Well, Joe, what do you think?
Let's see here. Alt season soon. No, not yet. Bitcoin needs to come down first, and then we can talk about it. But right now, no. We're way too early. I'm talking like a few months early.
That's funny because I was just thinking maybe about 6 months early for that. That's my opinion.
Yeah, me about 3 months, maybe 4. But I mean, we'll have some pumps. Don't get me wrong, but not alt season, not yet.
Yeah,
it's getting closer though. Every day is getting closer.
Amen. But as always, not financial advice.
That's right.
100 Air saying lag on dominance. It will drop from today's drop. Yeah. I agree. It's gonna. I mean, it may still go up a couple of points before we come on down there. Automatic Beats in the house. Welcome, Automatic Beats. Appreciate you, as always. What's he saying? How about chatting Ondo? Maybe we'll do Ondo at the end. You feeling up for something beside Bitcoin, Joe?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we'll check that out at the end. Let's we started out obviously with the Fear and Greed Index because I'm changing it up a little bit today because honestly this US debt is just out of control. None of our candidates are talking about it. I don't care which one you like, it doesn't matter. Neither one of them are talking about it to any degree at all, which kind of pisses me off a little bit, just to say, just putting it out there. But I want to bring in Lena Petrova again. Links to her channels and X account and all that kind of stuff in the description of this live stream. And I want to let her talk about it for about 2 minutes, and then we'll kind of go from there. But it needs, more people need to know. That's my opinion. I mean, more people need to know about it and understand it. And I'm hoping maybe she can help. All right. What do you say, Joe? We jump in with her?
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right.
Nobody wants to talk about this particular subject. So I decided to go ahead and dedicate an entire video to this unpopular topic. Did you know that the interest burden of the United States just hit a 28-year high? a 28-year high. This is a really big issue. They're downplaying it, they're ignoring it, and we haven't really heard either candidate address it. Still, we're less than 2 weeks away from the elections,
Yep.
and both candidates are doing really well ignoring the issue. But the fact
I want to just pause for 1 second and throw out there that I will be doing an election night live stream. I haven't got all the details together yet, but watch for it. I'm going to definitely do that. We're going to be watching the charts. Obviously, all my regulars will be invited. Joe will be invited. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it because this guy is a busy guy, but we're gonna invite him and everything. So just promote that a little bit. Watch for that, more of that information. It'll be coming out soon.
that the US Treasury now pays more to cover interest on its surging national debt than it does on defense, for example, and I will go into details in just a second. That is a red flag of a growing fiscal gap. Interest expense on national debt now amounts to just above 3% of GDP, the highest reading since the mid-1990s.
That's crazy.
National debt is fueled by budget deficits, which is something that both parties are very much willing to ignore. The problem will persist as long as the politicians in charge continue to borrow more and more to spend on things that benefit a small group of people, not the US population. At this time, national debt balance.
Okay, and we're going to cut that because we're going to actually go into that, but you get the point. I mean, and I like the fact that she points out, like, as long as they're spending, this debt spiral isn't stopping.
Right.
It's just not. And the sad part is, I mean, I get it. People are just busy with their everyday lives, but if they don't like get this, oh my God, the disaster that's coming. I mean, feel free, throw your 2 cents in, Joe, if you want. I don't know. It just makes me almost speechless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the fact that it's the highest it's been in 28 years, but when you don't have a ceiling, I mean, all you're going to do is just print more money.
Exactly.
Oh, we're in debt. Well, it's almost like, just like, you know, personal stuff, to where it's like, man, I can't pay the light, I can't pay the phone, I can't pay the whatever, the mortgage. Let's go out to eat. I can't pay for it anyway. Let's just go.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Like, we're so far down. Same thing with the you know, the government. But it's funny though, because of course, you know, the economy is good. The economy is great. I don't know why anybody is.
Yeah, I know.
The economy is not doing. Are you serious? Like, the highest 28?
It's the best it's ever been, Joe.
Yeah.
It's the best economy that's ever been.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. And Joe brought up a good point. For those in the US who don't remember, there's supposed to be a debt ceiling. And you know, so we can't go over a certain amount. But they suspended the debt ceiling until 2025 to get by this election cycle. So just so everybody knows. So no matter what, I don't care who gets elected. It doesn't matter. They're about to hit some serious shit. And
how can you do that? Like, seriously, you have a debt ceiling for a reason. And then it's like, man, we're so far in debt. Let's go ahead and let's just put a pause on it. Let's kind of move the wall just a little bit further, or the ceiling just a little bit higher.
You're moving that goalpost. Yeah. Why not? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like, we're in trouble. We're in such big trouble. It's
exactly.
Like, can you even dig your way out of it? That's the question.
I really don't think so.
Your way out. I mean, you can make the people suffer by, you know, increasing interest rates and, you know, hoping that jobs get lowered and everything else. But is it really going to help just cut the spending? Cut the spending.
If they do that, they won't be in office very long. They don't want that. They need to keep themselves right near the printer. Zen, welcome from Canada. Appreciate you, as always, being here. What's that saying? I'm sorry. I'm trying to read some of these comments as I'm going here. We do have a debt ceiling, but it's made of toilet paper.
100 air.
I love it. I love it. Here we go. If I can't put it on my credit card, I don't buy it. There you go. There it is. And then saying the gap between working and struggling to live and not working and struggling. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yes, man.
And I appreciate him saying that. Again, he's coming in from Canada, and Canada's got their own pile of crap going on up there. I mean, we hear it from Jar all the time. You know what I mean? So thank you, Zen, for that. All right. So that was her 2 cents. But now let's look from where we were. Now we weren't live last week. But we 2 weeks ago we were. So let's take a quick look at what the debt was when we were live 2 weeks ago. Here is the video right here, and the link is in the description so you can see it for yourself. But right here, $35,683,000,000,000. Joe, I forgot to ask, did you take your blood pressure meds?
Every Monday, I remember, especially Mondays. I know we've been talking about this.
I don't need you passing out here or anything.
I tell you what, man, if you don't have high blood pressure, once you start looking at this and seeing how it doesn't go down.
Right.
It doesn't even slow down.
Nope.
It's
increasing. It's increasing the amount. I mean, this one was like an increase of over $200 billion in this particular stream that's up on the screen right now.
Wow.
Again, if you want to watch that, link is in the description. Now, let's take a look at the live clock. We got almost $110 billion increase.
Jeez. That's crazy.
I mean, again, I say it every time. This should piss you off.
How high can it go?
That seems like what they're trying to do, right? How high? So how low can you go? It's how high can you go? I mean, holy shit, this should piss you off because, again, it isn't just you and me. It's our children. It's our grandchildren that are going to be paying for this. And you know, what are they going to do? They're going to look back at us like, well, what the hell? Why didn't you stop this from happening? And I don't know. I think crypto is one of those options. Gold, another one of those options. Speaking of gold, tomorrow, Matrix Money. Tomorrow. Today's Monday. Matrix Money Podcast, 6 p.m. We're back on with Daniel Diaz, Executive Director of the Citizens for Sound Money. We got some stuff to talk to him about. Tell you that. But anyway, again, it should piss you off. And if it's not, well,
check your pulse.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. All right. That's what I got to line Joe up to hit the home run right now. Joe, what do you say? You're going to start off with Bitcoin?
Yeah, we'll do Bitcoin first.
All right, here we go. It's all you.
Right. So we're looking at Bitcoin. Now, earlier, because of course, I'm updating the group. Earlier, I was zoomed in on the 5-minute chart, and I see this just boom, coming down. It's like, guys, we're dumping. And of course, well, the move was about 1%. I was like, I'm too zoomed in.
Yep.
So I gotta zoom out. So for this one, for Bitcoin, let's go ahead and zoom out to the 4-hour time frame. Let's zoom all the way out. Now here I do have an area where I'm talking to the group as far as shorting, because right now it's too risky because they're going to easily bounce. But we do have a weekly high that is our targeted high. So the momentum to break this is good. However, we can still travel all down here to the 49 area and still be in this overall trend, which is a downtrend. Now, with that being said, on the internal structure, we are having higher highs and higher lows. So we're starting to do an uptrend, but it's not an uptrend technically until we break these levels and we go into the external structure. Now, with that being said, if we look in here, we can see that we have a lot of area to where the market makers may want to bring the price down to. Now, will it come down at 59 today? No. Tomorrow? Who knows? But right now, we're looking at price is 67.3. With that being said, I do think that the price may come down a little bit more, not to this level, because we got a lot of support here. Come here, then come up, and then slowly start doing this number. And we're taking all this liquidity. Now, this will happen and continue happening until we end up breaking a level, which is called a break of structure, breaking a level, and then start going up. So right now, we just broke this level, and let's kind of zoom in a little bit. So we just broke this level. This was a 4-hour strong low. But you can see by Bitcoin, the way it's moving, it wasn't too strong, but it was a strong structure-wise. It broke below it, and now we're going to see if we retest it, come back down, break this level, come back down, break this level. So in my opinion, right now, I would wait for probably the 1 hour time frame before we possibly think about shorting, if you're thinking about shorting, because the price action, like I said, it could come right back on up. And then it just depends on if it breaks the level again, if you're going to end up shorting. But there's a lot of people right now that are shorting. I ended up shorting up here.
I was going to ask because I thought you said you were in a short.
Yeah. Well, I was in a short. I entered the short, I think, here or here. I forget where it was. And then I ended up getting stopped out. I didn't even remember that I had that trade open. Somebody reminded me today. He's like, how's your short going, Joe? And I go and I check. I was like, man, how is my short? It's like, oh, man, I got stopped out. So I either got stopped out where I don't remember if I entered here, got stopped out here, or here and got stopped out here, or entered here. But it was a 3x leverage. So I got stopped out a total of 11%. So nothing crazy, not a lot of money in the trade or nothing like that. But I did enter a short once it started breaking down here on a lower time frame, 5 minute, high leverage. And as it was coming down, I was moving my stop loss. As it started coming up, got stopped out. So I made a little bit of money. I wish I was still, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I wasn't still in the trade though, because I made some nice gains. I actually got out right here. I had moved up my stop loss. So I entered right here. Right here's where I entered. And then it started coming down, high leverage. So I'm moving my stop loss. I see it coming up. So I got stopped out here, started coming up, and then it started coming down more. It's like, but main thing is take profit.
Amen to that. You got to take profits.
Yeah, but right now for Bitcoin, I would let it, let some time go, maybe an hour or two, see if we get rejection here. If we do, then of course you can do short. But I do think that, because we're overextended, we really are. I do think that we're going to come down. I've been saying this for a few days now, ever since like over here, but it just keeps on going up. So all we can do is trade it level by level. That's all we can do.
Well, right. And Zen's chiming in here. Be interesting to see if BTC can close at 67.5. If so, expect all-time high sooner rather than later. Then, if not, likely another pullback to 64, 65.
Yeah, so that's right around my level right here in my buy zone. Yeah, so we'll see. If it does gain support here, and then need a few more candles to close just to see if it is gonna eventually go up. But I think, and I've mentioned this a few times, I think that if we do go up and we do take, let me kind of zoom out a little bit. I think if we do come up and take this weekly high, I think we'll come up to about 71. Then we'll drop pretty hard to maybe around 63.5, to come up again to maybe around 67-ish, to come down again very, very hard, fast, to maybe like 56-ish, to come up again. And then now we start coming up. If we stop here. And the reason for this drastic moves up and down is liquidity, just to stop out all the people that are going short and long.
Yep.
But if we don't find support at the minimum 49.5, we're going to 44.40. This is where we're going.
Now, the price action you just kind of drew on there.
Oh, you started freezing up.
I, I froze up again. God, sorry guys. The price action you just drew there looks healthy to me. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, but
Yeah, this is healthy because every time we go up, we need to come down. We need to come down. And so we're going up here. We came down a little bit. We're going up here, came down a nice amount. So what you really want to see is you want to see at least 50% of the run up to be taken up because this is all liquidity that's in here. And then if it runs up again, you want to see at least 50% here. So this is healthy. If you can take 75% of the move, that's even better.
right.
But at least 50%. Whenever we move, so we ran up, we took like maybe, not even 10%. Then we ran up some more and then we pulled back a little bit. So then when we do come down, we come down fast. And that's what happened here. Same thing here. We ran up, pulled back a little bit, ran up some more, pulled back a little bit. This is good for this run up. Ran up a little bit more, lower high, and then we just took it all back.
Yep.
So this right here, this is actually a healthy move.
Yes.
This is for the upside. Now, for it to not be healthy is, of course, if we do this move, but instead of coming up here, we continue taking all this liquidity, and this is the downside that I'm referring to. If we don't find support at this weekly low, which is a strong low based off of market structure, and we start doing another lower high, well, now we're doing this trend. And now we're doing a downtrend until we reach maybe 40, 44. Nobody knows. But until this level, this is our major level of support. If we lose this level, forget it, man. We're looking at around.
Yeah,
this is the part nobody wants to talk about, 31. But I don't think it'll reach there.
Yeah.
I really hope it doesn't reach 40, 44. I hope it does this because then finally our alts will start taking off. Our Bitcoin will start taking off. Everything will start getting healthy. Now, do I think that that'll be for the alt season? No. It'll just be a healthy move, kind of like what we had in March. So that's what I'm thinking.
Gotcha. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, Joe. Hey, listen, give this guy some props right here for being here on Mondays, breaking it all down for you. Joe, you still up for doing another chart from Alexander asking about Ondo?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
so,
why don't you want to pull that up? I'll go through some of the comments.
Yeah, I got Ondo up already.
Oh, you already got it right.
Yeah.
Boy, this guy is on top of it. Holy
so I got
moly.
Ondo up. For Ondo, this is on the daily time frame. I'm looking at the futures chart. I like trading futures. Market cap of 1.09 billion. So what this means is it's not going to move fast. It's not going to move like something like Turbo. This is one of the coins that we were in. We ended up getting stopped out. However, I updated the group, as it was coming down here. I said, guys, I don't like it. So we closed half of our trade here, and then it started coming up. This is where we closed it. Started coming up, started coming down. I said, close the trade, close it. So I notified the group. I said, close the trade right here. And sure enough, we would have gotten stopped out. So it saved them a little bit of money, but this can move much faster than Ondo. Now, with that being said, for Ondo, this one, I like it. A lot of people like it because it's a real world asset.
Mhm.
I believe this is going to be one of the classes, one of the categories that's going to move very well amongst, of course, AI and gaming. Real world assets, mark that on your whiteboard or your notepad. These are going to move. These are going to move. Now, for the daily, we have a high, lower high, lower high, lower high. This is on the macro. But if you go on the internal structure, you can see that it's starting to curve up. You can see that we do have somewhat of a curve. So what this is saying is that we may be starting to change the trend. Right now we're doing higher lows and possibly on the internal structure starting to do higher highs. Now, for me personally, I would actually set my alert above this level of 0.8734. And let me go ahead and just make this a little bit larger so make sure everybody can see those numbers. And what I would do is I would actually set an alert, I'd say about here at 0.9191. Set my alert here. The 4-hour candle must close above the level we just mentioned, 0.8734. If the 4-hour candle closes above this level, we're good to enter. Of course, not financial advice, but this is one thing that I would be looking out for. Because if you do enter and it closes underneath it, more than likely it's going to do this, come up here, and then now we're either going to trade in a range or we're going to start going lower than here. So this is your key right here.
Yep.
So you want to make sure the candle closes above this 0.734.
I love the fact that you give that as a break above point. Because I mean, I don't trade a lot anymore, but just looking at that chart, I'd be like, I ain't going in this. I ain't trading this right now.
Yeah, and it's looking good. It's looking really good. I mean, we had this downtrend, started going sideways, and now starting to kind of go up. And I mean, I like it. And actually, it's in this pretty much accumulation zone that it broke out of. It broke out, came back in, breaking out again. It's right here, right at this level. So again, you don't want to enter right now because you have a chance that it might come and trade in this smaller range. So I would just wait. But I do like it.
Okay, well, there you go. Thank you for doing that. I'm sure Alexander appreciates that. Let's jump in. I fell behind in the chat here quite a bit, but I want to just kind of skim through real quick. 100 Air is talking about the goldbacks being great stocking stuffers. Now he's referring to what I was talking about with Daniel Diaz, the interview we have again, second interview tomorrow night right here on the Matrix Money podcast. You can find it on this channel. If you missed that last one, I did a couple of clips to do like shorts basically on some of that. And I don't know. The first one was, he said, I sold all my Bitcoin. I don't know if he's happy about having done that. I'm just saying, I'm going to ask him tomorrow. We'll see. But yes, I agree with you, 100 Air. I think they will be great stocking stuffers. That crossed my mind. So I appreciate the fact that you're still, you're with me on that. Yeah, Automatic Beats too. Saying the same thing. Hey, Chris in the house. Welcome. Yes, you made it, my friend. You made it. Appreciate it. Dylan, appreciate you being here. Yes, he is the best. Joe is the best. Absolutely. What else we got going on?
I'm not going to be able to walk out of the office, man. My head's going to get so big. It's like, you're Joe, you're a bobblehead.
You'll make it. You'll make it. All right, where are we going here? Zen is saying, now that the whales are in like BlackRock, Micro, I find it's harder to predict crypto. They can, well, you're not wrong there. They can shake up the market to the upside or the downside if they really wanted to. And it's funny. I think that our cycles have changed permanently now due to these ETFs. I mean, Joe, you want to throw 2 cents in on that?
Yeah, I agree completely. The ETFs and just the larger institutions coming in, it's changed the game.
I agree.
I mean, we saw it with the Bitcoin halving. We had all-time high prior to the Bitcoin halving, which I mean that's unheard of. So
exactly,
everything's changed.
Exactly. Yes, you're welcome, Alexander. Oh, look, he's getting pushy now. What about Arrow? I don't know. That's up to Joe if he wants to do that or not. I'm not gonna.
I got it loaded.
You do? Wow, this guy. I'll tell you, this guy. All right, there we go.
All right. So before Arrow, I do want to point out Bitcoin dominance, and hopefully y'all can screenshot this. If you don't know how to screenshot this, it's Shift, the Windows key, the letter S. Screenshot this. This is going to save you a lot of headache. Shift, the Windows key, the letter S. So the main thing is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin does well, the alts do well. So for me, I have a very easy way to remember stuff because like when I first saw this, like I didn't know what the heck this meant or I couldn't interpret it. I could read the words, but it just didn't make sense to me. So the way I look at it, if Bitcoin's doing good, the alts do well. If Bitcoin is doing bad, well, the alts don't do so hot. Right. So here we go. If Bitcoin is doing good, then the alts are doing well. Now, if Bitcoin dominance is up and Bitcoin is up, this is saying, so Bitcoin dominance, it's the complete dominance Bitcoin has over the entire market. So with that being said, if Bitcoin is up and the dominance is up, then this is Bitcoin season. The alts are still doing good, but Bitcoin is outpacing the alts. So even though the market cap of the alts is increasing, Bitcoin is still taking up the majority of the dominance. If Bitcoin goes down and the dominance goes up, well, again, if Bitcoin doesn't do well, the alts don't do well. This is when the alts get hit the hardest, because now the dominance of Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin is going down, the dominance of Bitcoin is going up. So that means everybody is selling their alts because, well, Bitcoin's going down. Bitcoin is the gauge for the market. Yeah. If Bitcoin is slowly rising, the alts are going to do the same. So here we go. If the Bitcoin is up and Bitcoin dominance is down, once again, whatever the Bitcoin does, the alts usually do. So this is the best case scenario. This is alt season. This is what everybody's waiting for. This will happen more than likely the first, maybe the second quarter, but I'm looking for the first quarter of next year, 2025. Now, once again, if Bitcoin comes down, not good for the alts. Dominance comes down. This is when the alts move sideways, and it's a slow bleed. So I just want to kind of point this out to everybody. Bitcoin goes up, doing well, alts do well. Bitcoin doesn't, alts don't. So just kind of simplified it. Now, in reference to Aerodrome Finance, this one we went over, I believe it was yesterday on my live stream. I go live every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We went over it. We were showing it here, and I was letting people know that I think that it might come down. Nobody knows, but I said I think it might come down to this daily order block. If it does come down, what we're looking for is an entry inside this area, and sure enough, it's coming down. And the good area that I would look for an entry is right around 1.04993. I would have a stop loss around 11, and then of course my target would be up here. So let's go ahead and give y'all a target. So my target, my first one would be roughly around 34. And again, it's in orange. Make this a little bit larger so everybody can see it. So at 1.41582, that'd be my first target. My second target would be roughly around, and this can move, this can go, but let's not get too greedy. Let's do it 51%. So your next target is you can just call it 1.6 or 1.59972. And what we're looking for on a lower time frame, more than likely a 4 hour, yes, a 4 hour looks good. What we're looking for on the 4 hour time frame is for market structure to do something like this. So as it enters this zone, we're looking for market structure to do this. Once it breaks this pivot or a high that it just created, this is when you want to enter. The 4 hour candle must close above this level, which would be right around here. So we'll see. But this is my thought process on Aerodrome Finance. I do like it. I made some really nice money on the run up. And this is a coin that I will also be getting or adding to my, well, I don't have any more. I sold it all. But this one right here, I believe is going to do very well this bull run. Again, not financial advice, but this is what I have.
Well, I think Zen agrees with you. He says it's about 5% of his portfolio.
Nice.
So there you go.
This one's going to do well. This one's going to do really well.
So, well, thank you, Joe. I know this is not, you're not sitting here waiting to do charts. You do that at 3 p.m. every day. So, right. But I appreciate you doing that. And Chris with some good advice right here. Basically, yeah, don't try to predict the crypto market, right?
Right.
Absolute truth right there. Absolute truth. What's he say? Yeah, all tokens pairs. Yeah, exactly. BTC was the original base pair trading pair.
Right.
I can't say anything here. But yes. And you're right. Even though, there is some decoupling with things, I think for the most part, yeah, they're still coupled enough. All right, folks, that's pretty much what we got for today. But listen, Joe's got some new stuff coming on, and so I'm going to let Joe talk a little bit about himself, and then I'll give you the updates for what I got going on for the rest of this week. So, Joe, I know you're live every day, 3 p.m. We're going to put that right up on the screen so they can join you, but you go for it, man.
Awesome. All right. So lately what I did is, of course, I actually created a video. I created a video just to help people. Now, of course, you can always find me on YouTube, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. But I know you can get lost in all those videos. So what I ended up doing, I have a Patreon, and you can go there and, of course, join for free. There's a paid version and a free version, but you can go there for free. So make sure to sign up for it and get the free stuff that I have. I actually did a video that covers support and resistance, how to identify it, and I show you how to identify a range high, range low, mid range. I talk about trading in between the range. I go over trend lines. I go over liquidity areas inside those trend lines, and all this is for free. You know, most people, they'll charge you for this information, but I'm giving it to you for free because I want you to make money. And I say this all the time. I want to make money with you, not because of you. Now, you may ask, well, Joe, well, then why do you have courses that are paid, and why do you have your VIP? You're paying for the experience. That's what you're really paying for. At first, whenever I would hear somebody, oh, they got a group, or oh man, they're just trying to get a money, you're paying for their experience. When I came into crypto, I had 5 mentors, not all at once, but I had 5 mentors, and I paid a lot of money because I would rather pay mentors rather than paying the market for all the learning experience. But
amen to that.
Yeah, but I'm letting y'all know, guys, I'm working really hard. Once a week, I'm going to be putting out something for the free portion of Patreon, whether it's a PDF, whether it's a small video. Now, the video that I did, it's over 16 minutes. It's almost 17 minutes of nothing but pure content that if you're having difficulties, this would really help, and it's free. So just to let you know.
And the link, I just put the link to the Patreon in the live chat.
Yes. Now, what you're showing right now is the market structure video. Man, this video. So I actually, and I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go right ahead.
What I actually do is, of course, I have my own system. I have my own way of trading. I've, whether it's from my mentors or from just pure experience. And that's what you can't teach that. And so what I end up doing is I see other people and it's like, I like how they trade. I like what they're doing. I know about market structure, but I recently purchased 2 courses dealing with market structure to where they're real detailed. And the only problem is, man, it was so many hours for those videos, and it wasn't clear, in my opinion. Now, what I do is I break everything down. Now, I'm not trashing them or nothing like that. These guys are brilliant. They're very successful. They have great courses, the whole 9. The thing is, the way I learned, I had difficulties just kind of putting it all together. It's like, why is this internal structure? I don't get it. Finally, it clicked. When it clicked, I made the market structure video that I have with diagrams, with examples. I even have a little red hazard sign that comes up on the screen for very important information. I even say in the video, this is very important, X, Y, and Z. So with that being said, I think the market structure video, if y'all get it, it's going to change the way you trade. If you don't have money for it, and this is why I do what I do, because some people don't have money. And this is why I go live every day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not only that, but every week, I'm going to start putting free content that's going to help you make money, not financial advice. But if you have money, that market structure video, it will change the way you trade. Hands down.
Excellent. Well, guys, link is in the chat. Go to his Patreon and link to Joe's YouTube channel always in all my videos and live streams. So I can't say enough about this guy. And again, he's here on Monday with me, and you guys have no idea how much I appreciate that. And not to mention, he's usually the regular guy on Friday Night Crypto on the Rocks. So got to check that out too. And Zen saying he's going to take a look. Excellent. All right. Appreciate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of free content. I have I have a PDF on there because a question that I get a lot is like, how do you enter? When do you enter? And I believe there's a free video on. Almost like 100% positive that there's a free video in there as well. All you gotta sign up for free. There's a free video that I actually break down. I have a PDF referring to market cap, referring to how to enter. I have another PDF where it shows you as far as candles, like the information that I have on this Patreon. I'm not trying to nickel and dime you. I'm not trying to get rich off of you. I want you to be very successful, and there's free content that, again, it will change the way you look at the market. It will change the way you trade. It will give you information. And then if you have questions about any of this free content, ask me at 3 p.m. And then, of course, I have a VIP group, a lot of thought process videos, a lot of updates. Of course, I do the whole, close out your trades, move up your stop loss, take 50% right now because the market's not looking good. I help out the group. My goal is
to put that information out there.
Yeah.
Well, again, follow Joe if you're not already. I'm going to guess a lot of these people are already following you, but again, who knows who's watching this later on today. So follow Joe, link in the description as always. Thank you again, Joe. I appreciate everything you've done today. So what's going on my channel? My channel isn't about trading for the most part. That's why I bring people like Joe on, because, it is what it is. But tomorrow, like I said, 6 p.m. Eastern time, we got Daniel Diaz, Executive Director of, whoops, why is that not working? There it is. Executive Director of Citizens for Sound Money, coming on. Myself, Jar, FF, we're going to be interviewing him again. And it was a hell of an interview the first time. So if you missed that, find my upcoming video, go check it out, because you want to see that before we're diving in tomorrow. But tomorrow, 6 p.m. for that. Then, as always, we've got Crypto on the Rocks every Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, followed by After Hours Crypto. And as I mentioned earlier, and watch for more information on it, on election night here in the U.S., I'm going to be doing a live stream. So watch for more information about that. I'm going to probably limit where that's being seen, so I'm not getting like banned or whatever, because Lord knows. But I'm going to try to start on YouTube, Patreon, and definitely Odyssey. Worst case scenario, if YouTube or shuts me down, then we'll just be on Odyssey. You'll just have to come and find me there. All right, that's what I got for today. I appreciate everybody being here. Joe, thanks again. I appreciate you being here as always. I hope you have a good week. You always have a good week. You're always got the smile going there. You always got the smile going. All right, take care, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, Matrix Money Podcast, 6 p.m., and we'll be talking to Daniel Diaz. Bring your questions, man. Bring your questions. All right, we're out. Have a good day.
All right, guys.